Humanity has been in a state of binary duality for millennia. The human machine, being analog, has a degree of tolerance built into it, but mechanical nature's oscillations between opposite polarities, black and white, right or left, us and them, thesis and antitheses, test the limits of our tolerance until it reaches its breaking point, where common sense and civility break down and humanity, divided and conquered, falls into the hell of intolerance, isolation, confusion, conflict, and suffering. All legacy systems based on the binary human 2.0 paradigm are in need of a critical update to a state-of-the-art trinary operating system, that of Triune Human 3.0. Part 1 of this video explored the nature of Human 2.0. In Part 2, we will seek the path to Human 3.0. Part 3 will serve as a practical call to action, a 10 for Human 3.0, because the challenges facing our world and its movers and shakers must be met by true human beings. Previously, we explained the metaphysical scientific basis for the biblical allegory in the book of Genesis, in which humanity is said to have been cast out of paradise into the wilderness of suffering, which is analogous to the allegory of falling asleep in the matrix of mechanical binary duality. The matrix of unconscious, subconscious, ego, heart-mind, that we were called on by Carl Jung to make conscious, lest it rule our life and we call it fate. The matrix of suffering that Jordan Peterson challenges us to voluntarily accept and then strive to overcome. For we are marked with the number of the adversary and the beast in our heart, mind, and body, which marks us as beastmen, a race of binary human 2.0 not being, shackled within the box of materialist science and neuropsychology. So how can we shift to being free of our binary dualism and mechanical shackles? We begin by being aware of and working with whatever free consciousness is available to us, embracing the metaphysical science of the fourth dimension and beyond, consciously applying the upward spirals of expansion and synthesis, such that an expansion of consciousness leads to a synthesis of what we seek: inspiration and imagination, intuition and innovation, comprehension and reconciliation, holistic solutions and universal truths. Self-evident experiential knowledge based on metaphysical science, harnessing zero-point energy to expand our free consciousness and synthesize what we seek. Upward progression on the Alm of Life, the analogous ultimate methodology by which all phenomena come to be or not to be, to free ourselves from the prison of the infernal dimensions and know the supernal dimensions, heaven and hell. This is Jacob's ladder, that requires we descend to the next lower rung before we can ascend to the next higher rung. And why Carl Jung said no tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. It is that tree of life traversed by the messengers of the gods, be it Ratatoskr or Hermes Mercury, whose staff is adorned with twin serpents intertwined, reminding us that while the serpent of the tree of knowledge of good and evil tempts our creative energies to flow down and out, to save the Israelites from the tempting serpents in the desert, Moses raised a serpent of brass upon his staff, indicating our creative energy should flow up an atom, Adam. Just as Asclepius and Hermes Tot, Buddha and Anantashisha, the feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl and the fiery phoenix, the Pentecostal fire atop the apostles' heads, and the halo about the heads of divine beings, the illuminated chakras, and the lit menorah. Speaking of the lit menorah, there are 3 candles in the center, 6 on the sides, and 9 in total, intimating the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9 Tesla told us would give us the key to the universe. Since we already know Human 2.0 is marked as 666, to raise our faculties from 6s to 9s, we work with the Alm of Life as triune human beings. 6 plus 3 is 9. The revolution of 369 begins by comprehending the interplay between the two, and that the intermediary is the number 3, the triunity that reconciles the illusions of binary duality. This is the state-of-the-art Human 3.0, an upright 9 in heart, mind, and body, so as to be a conscious triune human being, Hume, Manas, and being. 9 is 1 shy of a perfect 10, which is, of course, the reconciliation of 1 and 0, and to the Romans was an X or a cross. That X is a symbol for a perfect vessel, like Noah's Ark resting atop Mount Ararat. A similarly shaped vessel known as the Holy Grail is also a symbol for the perfect union between masculine and feminine, and the covenant between God and man. Like the Ark and the sarcophagus of the pharaonic godmen of Egypt's Golden Age, said covenant between God and man is said to be hermetically sealed. The key to any ark is the arch, the Trinity, that can make one into a tri-God man, which is precisely the meaning of Hermes Trismegistus, also known as Thoth, both of whom hold a staff as a prominent symbol associated with their source of power, like all great magicians, from Moses to Gandalf. With Hermes, the circle atop the cross is formed by the serpents rising up the staff. With Thoth, it is the Ankh, related to eternal life, and the continuity of life contained in DNA. In 3 dimensions, this shape represents the 9-sided cubic stone, which is the legendary philosophical stone of the alchemists that transmutes the lead of Human 2.0 into the gold of Human 3.0, and is the ubiquitous obelisk we find all over the world. A Human 3.0 suffering mechanical nature via the Alm of Life connects 3D body and brain through conscious heart-mind to their 6D being, who is the link to the 7D plus creator spirit, who art in heaven. They then direct their creative force up an atom in toward the art of being, so that they may be inspired and their creative energy ignited. Thus, a triune human being done via the state-of-the-art consciousness of their true self expresses through the focused cooperation of their mechanical nature the gifts of their innermost, brought into being on earth as it is in heaven. The rapid descent of the fire and light of inspiration and insight has always been allegorized as lightning, striking the earth from on high. It is the practical experience of Buddhists who receive insight in meditation, and is referred to directly in the Quran as the means of inspiration. In countless mythologies, be it Zeus or Odin, the All-Father who art in heaven, and of course Thor, who descends to earth and wields the lightning via the hammer of Mjolnir. Art and Thor become Arthur, and Mjolnir is Excalibur, the sword in the stone, related to the Lady of the Lake, the very symbol we see immortalized in the monogram of J.R.R. Tolkien, and within the universal symbol of the trident. These days, this symbol is most ubiquitous in our Bluetooth connections that allow many different devices to communicate, a symbol of the Christ connection to the Trinity and humanity. The Pax Romana, or Chi Rho, appeared to Emperor Constantine by divine revelation to use to connect the whole of the Roman Empire, a Christian symbol adopted by Roman Catholicism as a means to give an XP boost to Europe amidst the Dark Ages. The Christic power of death and rebirth that gave rise to the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and the modern era. Not only a largely Catholic Europe, but a Christian world. It is the symbol of devout Christianity since the time of Christ, who said, "I will teach you to be fishers of men." It is the Alpha and the Omega, the rune Attlas, which comes at last in the Futhark. The Alpha and Omega, who art in heaven, who holds the key to the Ark of Deliverance, via the state-of-the-art Alpha Human 3.0 at last. As above, so below, conscious human arts at last. That is, Attlas Conscious Arts. This October, Attlas Conscious Arts is launching a crowdfunding campaign, a 10 for Human 3.0, to reach out to the movers, shakers, and decision makers and show them how to upgrade the legacy systems of binary Human 2.0 with the state-of-the-art trinary upgrade in support of Human 3.0, the true human being. Click the link in the video description, learn more at attlas.ca, and give a 10 for Human 3.0 today. Thank you for your attention and your support.